Hello guys! Welcome to this new intriguing episode where we discover the life of a man who gambled with history, with kings, and with spies. An enigma led an extraordinary and captivating life that blurred the lines of gender, espionage, and public perception in 18th century Europe. From a modest noble background, Dion displayed early intellectual prowess, graduating with a law degree and embarking on a career in civil service and political writing. In the flamboyant, intricate theatre of 18th century Europe, where diplomacy was often cloaked in intrigue and identity could be a weapon, there emerged a figure so singular, so perplexing, and so utterly captivating that their very existence defied categorization. Charles Genevieve Auguste André Timothy Dun de Beaumont, universally known as the Chevalier d'In. Their life, a labyrinth of espionage, duels, high politics, and profound personal enigma, stands as an epic testament to adaptability, intelligence, and the fluid boundaries of human identity. From their birth in Burgundy in 1728 to their death in London in 1810, Dion's narrative weaves through the grand courts of Europe, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and enduring fascination. Born into a minor aristocratic family in Tunner, Charles Dion's early life was marked by intellectual prowess and a keen ambition. Graduating from the prestigious College Mazarin with degrees in civil and canon law, they quickly distinguished themselves as a political writer, gaining a literary reputation that opened doors to the highest echelons of French society. This sharp mind and articulate pen soon caught the attention of King Louis XV, who, unbeknownst to his own ministers, operated a clandestine network of spies known as the Secret du Roi. It was into this shadowy world of espionage that the young Dion was initiated, marking the true beginning of their extraordinary double life. Dion's first major mission for the Secret du Roi was to the court of Empress Elizabeth of Russia, a mission shrouded in legend and controversy. Official documents confirm Dion's role as secretary to the French embassy in St. Petersburg, tasked with negotiating a crucial alliance. However, Dion's own memoirs and persistent historical accounts suggest an even more daring gambit. To infiltrate the Empress's inner circle, Dion adopted the guise of a woman, Mademoiselle Leah de Beaumont. This alleged act of audacious cross-dressing for espionage allowed them unprecedented access, reportedly even serving as the Empress's personal reader. Whether a strategic disguise or a deeper expression of identity, this period hinted at the gender fluidity that would later define their public persona. Following their service in Russia, Dion returned to France a decorated soldier, having also fought valiantly as a captain of dragoons in the 7 Years' War, earning the prestigious Order of St. Louis. The diplomatic theatre then shifted to London, where Dion was dispatched in 1762 as secretary to the French embassy, playing a pivotal role in drafting the Treaty of Paris, which formally ended the 7 Years' War. Upon the ambassador's departure, Dion was elevated to chargé d'affaires, effectively serving as interim ambassador. It was during this period that Dion also continued their secret espionage, gathering intelligence for Louis XV on a potential covert invasion of Britain. However, a bitter dispute with the newly appointed ambassador, the Comte de Guerchy, escalated into a public scandal. Dion, fearing for their life and the exposure of the king's secret plans, refused to return to France, effectively becoming a political exile in London and embarking on a campaign of blackmail against the French crown, threatening to expose sensitive diplomatic documents. It was amidst this high-stakes political turmoil that the gender enigma of the Chevalier Dion exploded into public consciousness. Whispers and rumours regarding Dion's true sex had circulated, partly fueled by Dion's own enigmatic behaviour and potentially by political enemies. But in London, these rumours transformed into an obsessive public spectacle. Bookmakers began taking bets on Dion's gender, with staggering sums wagered on whether they were biologically male or female. The controversy grew so intense that a legal case eventually ensued, and in a bizarre turn of events, an English court legally declared Dion to be a woman in 1777, based on dubious testimony. For Dion, who was increasingly in financial difficulty after Louis XV's death, abolished the Secret du Roi. Embracing this female identity became a path to resolution with the new king, Louis XVI. A formal agreement was reached. Dion would return the secret documents and receive a pension, but with the explicit condition that they must henceforth live and dress as a woman. Thus, at the age of 49, Charles Dion de Beaumont definitively became the Chevalier Dion. Returning to France, they were met by Marie Antoinette's own dressmaker, Rose Bertin, to be outfitted in an elaborate female wardrobe. This transition was not always easy. As Dion famously complained, "It is more difficult to equip a lady than a company of dragoons from head to foot." Despite the outward transformation, Dion retained their sharp intellect and fiery spirit. They often presented a narrative that they had been born female but raised as a boy to inherit their father's estate and to serve France in masculine roles, a story that offered a socially acceptable explanation for their unique history in the 18th century. In their later years, particularly after the French Revolution stripped them of their royal pension, Dion faced increasing financial hardship. Yet, even in relative poverty, their extraordinary life continued. They returned to London and, astonishing audiences, continued to perform fencing exhibitions, always in women's attire, famously wielding a sword with the same skill that had brought them military honours. Their resilience was truly remarkable, maintaining their agility and sharp wit into old age, even after a severe fencing injury. When the Chevalier Dion passed away in London in 1810, at the age of 81, the ultimate truth about their biological sex was finally revealed by a medical examination. Dion was anatomically male. This post-mortem revelation ignited further debate and fascination, transforming Dion into an enduring symbol of gender ambiguity. To this day, historians and scholars grapple with the complexities of Dion's identity. Whether their female presentation was a lifelong performance, a strategic necessity, a genuine expression of gender identity, or a combination of all these factors. Regardless, the Chevalier Dion, the French diplomat, spy, and gender enigma, remains an unparalleled figure in history, a vibrant testament to the multifaceted nature of identity and the captivating power of a life lived outside conventional bounds.